You know I'm going to say it. So let's just get it over with. Stock market is rigged. Today is like crazy because CPI inflation beat. It was under the estimates. And historically, that means turbo rippy. But instead today, 7-Eleven, go get your free Slurpee. We literally have the lowest intraday move on the QQQ in rigged history, and that's about a year. We have never been down 12 strikes intraday. That hasn't happened before. And it's like maybe they knew yesterday, and if we go back to the 10th, somebody leaked it. You tempt everyone and their mama to buy calls on everything. Because, of course, tomorrow's Friday, options expire. And then today, that is just pure violence. I know some of you are out there thinking, oh, CPI couldn't leak, it could whatever. This is literally from the BLS website, May 15th, 2024. In advance, they inadvertently loaded a subset of files to the website approximately 30 minutes prior to the release. Last CPI leaked early. Like, come on. Come on. If they're admitting that, like, it's got to be so much worse. And maybe that's why we pumped yesterday. Everyone gets excited, and we just turbo nuke today. This is not financial advice, but if you can start thinking like, hey, the markets are PvP, the lizard people of Wall Street exist to extract as much money as possible from the everyday person like you and I, you'll do better because, look, we said it yesterday. Oh, SHIT CPI tomorrow would be funny if it's good and they nuke us. And, we said that kind of, trying to be funny. But, like, that is the approach you need to take. Because everyone sees, oh, inflation came down. We're going to keep flying. We're already at all-time highs. How much further can we go? If you can think that, what would kill the most amount of people? Well, it's a Thursday nuke and maybe a Friday pump. But let's get into the Thursday action now. How you could have used rigged AI to absolutely crush it. And there were like 2 or 3 different ways. This is going to be a long video. Subscribe, stay in. Let's go. Okay, people. The rigged system is TKO. Tradability, Komodo on fire. We're looking at July 11th. And oh my gosh, 9:53. You're looking at IWM bull bomb 101% in 13 minutes. Second one, 109% in 16 minutes. That is the signal that, hey, possibly a trend day. We want to follow the price action. And let's go look at IWM right now. So at 9:53, you get the on fire notification for IWM. It's heating up, baby. Stock is ripping. And 53 is right here. Because we look at the open, you go down. 9:53 is like basically at the blue line. Okay? One, if you take that, minimal drawdown before a big rip up. But this is system following 101. You get the on fire. That's what's happening. That's where we want to be. Like, credibility, what could happen. Moto, all the stats, what has happened previously. But on fire is like what's happening, and that is the strongest signal. So you get the on fire that the bull bonds are at 100% in 15 minutes or whatever. Okay, we want to chase the move. And then what happens right here? 10, 12. Let's go look at them. 10, 11, 10, 12. You get two alerts. 58.33% win rate with edge. Historically winning at 45%. Max drawdown, 22%, 28%. You could have gotten into that trade for lower and followed the move because we go up. Tradability. Follow the price action. The only problem that happened today was holding beyond 3 strikes. This thing followed the 3-strike rule like a nun because you're down here. Back to the blue. What is the blue line? 207.94. Essentially the 208 strike. Options rule the market. 209 is 1. 210 is 2. And look what happens when we touch 3. Right? You're at 3. Volume's 270%. And it just can't push. And it didn't even give you a lot of time to get out of it, which is bad. I mean, that's very nasty. But at the same time, like, hey, if you're following on fire, it's an up move. Okay. You're looking at this one, 12 o'clock. It's coming in. We can look at the candlestick on a nuke, right? Price is coming down. So mentally, what you need to be thinking is like, hey, maybe we'll hit 209 and I can buy the 209 call. And if we bounce there and win, great. If we don't, it's okay too. But this goes for 156%. 12 o'clock. Let's look at this thing. I mean, you're closing at 120, buying and holding. Your max drawdown was 7%. And that is following tradability. Lock in, follow the price action. The price action is up. You get a pullback, you get an alert, and if it comes in at 12, you get it right here, 12:01. By the time your brain starts calculating whatever, you're here. And if you're just able to hold it, because it's never lower, right? It is never lower than right here at 12:03. So if you can hold it, and maybe you go to runners when it doesn't break, 210 right here, 100% trade, and that is following the rigged system. So in a day and in a session where everything nuked, except for IWM and other very not nice companies, you could have killed it following the rigged system, just doing this. Because hey, it's a big move up. You could take this. Oh, we get to 3. You're not breaking through. You sell. Oh, you wait. You get another bull bomb. Let's see if it goes down to 209. Take it. 100% trade. And that's what this system is about. There are a lot of different ways to use rigged. You make it work for you. The UX improvements are coming. Don't worry. When we look at the 0-day edge alerts, you get 3. 1, 2, 3 bears, and then a ridiculous amount of bulls. And this is like a perfect lesson. You can have an 80% win rate, where in the past 30 days, it's winning at 66.67%. You are supposed to win that trade. and you want to trade it every single time like you are going to win. But you did it today. It's like in blackjack, you've got king against a six. You're like, I'm not going to split. Just wave that thing off. Dealer flips at five, and then dealer flips their own queen or whatever. It happens. Like that is markets as well. Like we cannot control the outcome. The only thing you can control is your risk. And when we look at these alerts, like looking at it, first swing right here, -7. BL -7 gets crushed. And then you have this insanely awesome cluster, right? Of just bulls because they're buying calls, they're selling puts. This is the spot. It's a little bit outside of the window that we talk about, that it's going to bounce, right? That you're going to recover. But sometimes the option market doesn't win. Big lizard eats small lizard. And you'll notice how here, all high win rate, that's why they're so big. And then you get nothing. Yeah, the rest of it's just a bunch of nothing. We basically sit at, the 493 strike for the rest of the session, right? It's 493. You go a little bit below. You actually go 2 below. Come back up. But typically, when Wall Street engineers a huge move, like you said, this is the biggest we've ever seen. We've never gone down 12 strikes intraday. Jerome Powell, whatever, it has never gone this low. And part of that is due to QQQ being at 500 or 503, how we opened today. But that's just something to consider as well. You get a big move, this is beautiful. And you trade it every single time. We lost on it because we loved it a little bit too much. And we were upset because we took this a little bit late. The 500 put, took 100% out, and it would have gone for way more. That's just karma. Discord, just poking JPC a little bit. Been trying to help him out. And yelled at him yesterday for not leaving runners or just holding on to a larger part of the position, and then did that thing today. And that's why we like to say rigged is easy, right? Like, this is a high win rate alert. Oh my God, you got 555%. Volume, oh my gosh, 194%. Like, that is the best indicator that you are going to go beyond 3. And I mean, $9.45 is wild. And then the rest of the session, whoever does this, it's like crazy. No one ever talks about it. It's like, how do you keep it pinned? Like, how does it not go lower? Or how does it not recover? No one ever talks about that. That's because it's rigged. I mean, that's markets. Copytrade Wall Street today did not win. But like, you'll do this every single time. Because we go to yesterday, high win rate, right? And you get it. I mean, what does this go for? 246%. What we were looking at today is actually May 31st. This is what it was feeling like. You go down 5, 6, fail. You get down to this 8 range, and then it rips, and then we just fly. At the end, perfect tags. Mean reversion, perfect tags on full send. But today, they just had other things in mind. Looking at this thing, awesome opportunity to fly. But remember, we cannot control the outcome, control your risk. Don't fall in love with it until you're at 100%. It's like you need to learn, like, oh, love it at 100 and try to let it go to 2, 3, 4, and hate it when you get about here. It is burning you out, and you're like minus 30%, and you think, oh, just add a little bit. It's going to go. Look at how bullish it is. No, don't force it. If it's going to happen, it'll happen, and you're going to be so upset you didn't have bigger size. But like that is the position you want to put yourself in and day out. All right, wrapping things up. We're going to run through all these real quick, baby. Look at that. Nuke. And then you get the bounce. This is the thing. Full send mode, right? You're at 120. We're going to go 3 strikes. This alert right here at 10:21, this is late. Like, you need to be able to say, come look at the rig chart. Like, you were just at 562, 10:08, 10:22, you are down 2.06. It's late. Like, unless it nukes through 559, let's just wait. And if you waited, what happened? 10:33, you get a perfect alert. 262%. That could have been better. But it goes down. It is never higher. You are never in drawdown, but this is like the rigged stock market BS. It's like, okay, you're down to 557, and then you're just ping pong it the entire time. 567, 556. The amount of money and trades or whatever it takes to do this just to keep it pinned by market makers is astounding. And no one ever talks or explains the underlying, how does it happen? How did they go from 1141 until the close and just keep this thing pinned and kill anyone who wanted to, catch the swing, back up higher, or take it lower? It's markets. Damn. Look at Nvidia. Oh, kind of similar. You get that big nuke, 10. This is a great trade, 251%. It's come back to the website. Come look. I'm gonna turn the bombs off. Can you tell that you're late? This is late. You just moved down. Seriously, crazy amount. Okay, we're coming back down. Not a bad trade. And then they did the same thing. 130. Oh my gosh, it's all over 127. Oh, it's going back to 130. But full send, trade mode, tradability, close it alone. Looking for any opportunity to get back into that trade. And if you could have done it, crushed it. Last thing we're going to look at is Tesla. Oh my goodness, this is a wild one. Oh man, this is window theory. This is blue line. You went up. You went back down to the blue. During the window, 10:30. We're going to move it to 12. 10:30 to 12. Look at this thing. 11:23. Let's see it. Salivating. I'm didn't trade this thing because, I didn't follow the system very well today. 41.67% historical win rate. P-value is edge. Past 30 days, 0%. I mean, Tesla's been on fire. But today, 357%. If you just bought and held until the end of the session, that's an edge alert. I think there's a lot of things we can do to improve to push this into the forefront. But right now, you get these alerts in. I don't care how many emails it is. You look at the win rate. You look at the 30-day. I mean, that's 6.98%, 5.76%. Are you going to take that trade? No, absolutely not. And that's where it gets interesting, right? 41% is zero. But historically, 41%. Maybe today's the day. And I mean, 30%, zero. That is why the 30% is there. Man, absolutely amazing, incredible session. I mean, they did the same thing. They nuked it and then kind of chopped it. If you're still here watching, that's amazing. Chesma. Why lots bombs contradict to each other? Like Tesla, 1 minute ago it's on fire. Another minute later, 100% win rate. Bull bomb. First, read the docs. Read the docs. Read the docs. It's all in there. This is a completely new way to trade options. Like we created this system. So it takes time to learn. We need to improve the UX like significantly, but there are always going to be opposite sides, right? You're never going to be looking at insane price action going up and there's just no one buying puts, or going down and there's just no one doing the opposite side. Like that is what happens in markets. And that's why we have Komodo, right? So you're looking at Komodo for this one, 100% win rate, but this little moon circle-ish looking thing tells you that the p-value is zero. It means there is no probability. Hey, it's winning at 100%, but who knows if that is statistically significant or not. And let's look at those really quickly. So here we are looking at these 100% win rate alerts. P is zero. That means it is not significant. Could it keep winning at 100%? Sure. But it hasn't done that enough for us to give it an edge. You'll see with all these, I mean, you won a little bit. You won a little bit. 36 minutes, draw down 30%. Not really. And that is why we want to focus on the Komodo bombs that have edge. P is zero. Hey, you got 74%. That's not bad. But more importantly, keeping you out of this. 0% win rate. What is that? 7% last 30 days. And you didn't win. And you get to hold that until tomorrow if you're still holding. But the thing to remember, there's always going to be opposite sides. Markets, they're two-sided. Buyers and sellers, right? People who wanted to go up, people who wanted to go down, who are terrible people. Who knows what'll happen tomorrow? Option expiry. Not monthly, but it should be extra spicy, especially after a day like today. It is crazy to see, uh, you know, screen a little bit off. The lowest, about 12 strikes down, the lowest we've ever seen in rigged history, when yesterday looked like this, right? Just a straight rip up higher. That's why rigged exists. Copytrade Wall Street and follow strategy, right? Follow the price action, bulls plus PS, bears minus PS. And if you did that, just trading the bears, like, okay, 496, bounced a little bit. How'd this do? 349%. TKO. Tradability, Komodo, on fire. Tradability is first for a reason. Keep it extra frosty. If you're still here watching this, I appreciate you. Please click like and subscribe. Have a great day.